How you guys all doing today? So today's video, I wanted to go over my own kind of take on some of the new content we're going to be getting here soon. And I know that the Q&A kind of sucked. It really did. No other way to say that. But I thought I might as well try to be a bit more optimistic about my videos. I don't want to be all a Debbie Downer or anything. So today's video is going to be about my 10 Zetas I'm going to recommend to anybody who is playing the game right now. It could be early on, it could be later on, but this is the 10 Zetas that I think are going to be hot, very very hot and spicy Zetas in the next few months. So I know that we didn't get any ship raid confirmed. It's actually not going to happen for a long time, it seems like. And I don't know if the Death Star is raid going to happen or not, but I still have some hope and optimism that we're going to get some more Rebel and Empire content coming here soon because of the Episode 5 anniversary, 40-year anniversary, I think. So I'm gonna talk about some different factions. The main factions I'm talking about are the ones now corresponding to the Mandalorian, which is scoundrels and bounty hunters. I'm going to be talking about the rebels, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the Empire. So with those few factions in mind, I think these are some of the hottest factions right now in the game, or will be hot down the line, like let's say a few more months from now. This isn't going to be Galactic Legend stuff because they're going to be in the whole different level, but I think these are going to be really great, fun Zetas, and heck, they could be really good. You never know. We don't really have too much footage or gameplay of these guys and how they kind of work out. So I'm going to start this off by my first one. This is in no apparent order. I'm going to go down to one of my favorite factions in the game, which is the Rebels. So this one, I think, could be pretty hot as we get some more Rebels and Empire. We already just got Cara in the game, who is a Rebel. So this is the first one I'm going to start off with, is Old Ben, If You Strike Me Down. So as is right now, I already use this Zeta a lot. I use this, and it's it's pretty huge for my counter to my gas in General Anakin Skywalker, in my arenas, and heck, even GACs and TWs. So I like this Zeta a lot. And what does it actually do? Well, you get a little bit more turn meter gain whenever another Rebel or Jedi takes damage, which is now at 5%, which used to be 3%. And also, if he does die, you actually give out more healing and protection and more turn meter to your team. It's not limited to any specific faction. You can give it to anybody you want. I'm sorry I'm reading over here, but yeah, it says right there it gives a bunch of turn meter, more HP and protection gain, and offense up, all that juicy stuff. But the turn meter gain from getting hit, or from other Rebels and Jedi taking hits, super clutch. Not just in currently with how I use them personally with the gas counters, but I think that could be really huge down the line. I think that could be pretty fun to play with. I'm not a huge fan of his Devoted Protector. It's just a taunt. Taunts go away super easy in this game as of right now. So the first one is Old Ben. Second one, I'm going to go way back up to the Empire, which this Zeta I've gotten so much use out of the day I put it on him, which isn't really that long ago. It's probably been like 3-4 months ago. But IPD Zeta on his unique Imperial Logistics is actually very high value. So where do I use this as of right now? Well, I love using the Emperor Palpatine versus Grievous counter, one of my favorite counters to date. And this Zeta makes it even more easy because you can, whenever you do apply a target lock, well, guess what? In the Zeta, it says they can't get any more buffs, so you don't have to worry about any of those annoying taunts anymore. But there is a catch: if they're using Wat Tambor and they have the tank tech on like a Magna Guard or a B2, well, it's not going to be a huge, it's not going to do much for you anyways. But let's say if it's on somebody else, then that's pretty big. So that's awesome. I love the Zeta a lot. And outside of just that counter, heck, you can use EP versus, a Padme team without, without 3PO or with 3PO. I've actually seen Palpatine being with 3PO Padme. And that Zeta comes in very clutch because it stops a lot of the buffs from the enemy team with Padme's all the protection up. So this is a very high value Zeta actually right now in the game. And I think that could be even a more high value depending on who we get for Empire coming down the line with, Moff Gideon with the Mandalorian content, or heck, even more just, OG trilogy content and stuff like from the movies. So that's the other second one. Coming back up to the Rebels, I'm going to talk about another one that's very hot actually right now, and I think could be even hotter down the line. It's Stormtrooper Han's Bluff Unique Zeta, and this gives you, whenever he does take damage, even more protection, which is 5% more protection every single time he takes damage, which makes it very great and more durable, especially against gases. So this is a hot Zeta right now versus the Jerry Anakin Skywalker teams. But outside of that, I mean, you can use this a lot of different variations in teams with CLS, or if you want to just place them in like a defensive team with like New Gunray, some Separatists, some Scoundrels even. A lot of cool stuff here. And if you have Wat Tambor, you want to give this tank tech to this Han, I mean, he's going to be so tanky. He's going to be so hard to kill. It's a great one, and I think this could be even better as we get more Rebels. So I love the Zeta. It's so fun. I wish I had it. I've seen people use it. It looks like a lot of fun. I want to get it soon, but we have to wait. So the next one here is another Rebel. It's a new one, and some of these guys are going to be the new Mandalorians, and I think these are going to be really hot Zetas because of how good they actually are. So the other one here, it's our what is this? Our fourth one is Cara Dune's ex-Rebel Shock Trooper Zeta. And what does this do? Well, it's kind of crazy actually. So if Cara has potency up, when she is defeated, she is revived with 50% of her max health and gains potency up for 1 turn. That is so dang hot, man. It's just so good. A revive that potentially is almost always going to stick there, for the most part, I would say, unless somebody, dispels it or something like that. I mean, that's going to be so hard to kill her. On top of that, she's a tank, so she's already going to be very durable in that sense of having to kill her. And the Zeta with getting the potency up is probably the biggest thing after you get revived. So she's going to be just having the potency up and reviving all the freaking time. And also, if she uses her first special, rather, she only has 1 special, she actually gets another stack of potency up for 1 turn. And she actually removes TM and stuns Empires, which is crazy. This is an insane special right here. But the Zeta here, I think, is a must if you were to run Cara Dune. I think it's so good actually, and I can think of some crazy things coming online with counters and such with that Zeta in mind. So that's gonna be a hot Zeta, I feel like. So the next one is gonna be on some Scoundrel guys, which is one I would love to get. This is one of the characters I wish I had the most right now, because of all the different teams I've been using my GACs in the arena. So this is the 5th Zeta I have on my list. This is Vandor Chewbacca, Ferocious Protector. And I think this Zeta is very good. Offensively, defensively, what it gives you is when another light side Scoundrel ally is defeated, revive that ally at 60% health if Chewbacca is prepared. Then he does not have, he becomes not prepared anymore. But that's so big. If you kind of think about it now, you're going to have Cara Dune with her revive, and potentially this guy with another revive. You're going to get so much extra revives going in, and if you wanted to, you can probably make another team, like a stall team in your defense and JC, make it so annoying to kill. Or maybe like there's some team on offense you can probably use as well. But that Zeta right there with his revive is so clutch. And on the top of that, with just the unique as a whole, you already regain more protection. If let's see here, if any ally took damage from attack and Chewbacca didn't, he recovers protection equal to his 10% of his max health, and other Scoundrels receive half of that. So that's a great unique in and of itself. But that Zeta is also really good. I think that might be really good coming down the line here shortly. So the next one here is our sixth one, another Scoundrel / Bounty Hunter. This one I think is a must. If you were to run any Bounty Hunters down the line, this is a must Zeta. And what this is a cleanse. This is a cleanse on Greef Karga's second special, I think. Yeah, second special called Sweeten the Deal. What a name. I actually like that a lot. And it pretty much adds additionally a dispel for all Bounty Hunter allies. You know how insane that is? I think that's pretty nuts, actually. I mean, a dispel, you just look at some of the Bounty Hunter factions and people we have here. Nobody has a mass cleanse or a dispel. It just doesn't exist. This is the only one that we now have. This is going to be such a must in these teams. It really is, and I can't emphasize that enough. And tenacity up with the payouts. I mean, it's just so good. I think that's going to be a kind of a no-brainer down the line. So that's the Sweeten the Deal by Greef Karga. Nothing too crazy, of me thinking about it, but that's just kind of a must. I feel like cleanses in this game are huge. So the next one up here is number 7, which is from the big boy himself, the Mandalorian himself. And this is Disciplined Bounty Hunter on his unique. And this is his CLS kind of feel for a unique Zeta, which gives other bounty hunters half of the bonus turn meter that he gets on a crit. So whenever he crits somebody, he's going to himself gain 30% turn meter. But now, with his Zeta, he gives out 15% of that, which is just half of 30, so 15. 15% turn meter to his fellow bounty hunter allies. That is crazy. Just think of like CLS and like how that all functions with that team and like the TM gain and all that stuff. This is kind of crazy. This is really crazy actually. And I think this is one you're going to want if you were to run any bounty hunter team in the future. And that leads me to my next Zeta. That's pretty crazy. But the next Zeta is also on this guy, which is a leadership. So this might not seem crazy. So I was actually my last video commenting in the comment section. I think it was Dialar Tactics. If you haven't subbed to him, feel free to. He's a great dude. He was actually kind of talking about. I've seen other posts about it on the Reddits, but Dialar's was kind of quick and short. I just kind of understood a little bit better. He was just talking about this Zeta on the leadership: 15% more offense and health steal after you get the contract. What would that mean? Well, that actually stacks for each bounty hunter, so you can potentially get 100%. 100% offense and 100% health steal, guys. It is insane. Do you understand how insane that is? That's better, and I think that's way better than Jango Fett's. Just thinking about that, the offense, the speed, the critical chance, man, it's all there. And the contract is not that hard to get off. You just need to, while you're buffed, you got to score crits against enemies 20 times. And with that leadership, or with the leadership already, the critical chance, it's not going to be that hard to crit, especially with like relic levels. It's going to be stupid easy to get this contract off. And once you get it off, when everybody is buffed, you have 100% more offense. Just think of how that will function with your bounty hunters, which leads me to my next Zeta, which is a far-fetched one, I gotta admit. But I think Zam Wessel's Shapeshifter might be very, very intriguing in that aspect of the Mandalorian's leadership, because not only will she get some more offense on her without Zeta unique, but she gets even 10% more offense for each scoundrel attacker ally. And if you think about that team, you're going to have a lot of different attackers considering herself. So what is that going to be? Let's just say the team is consisting of the Mandalorian, Boba, Jango, herself. And that's already 4, right? And heck, you can probably toss in Bosk or Grief Karga if you wanted to. But that team is going to be really crazy for Zam Wessel. I was looking at her stats and her offensive stats. It's nothing insane. I think it's kind of like in the mid-tier of things. But the offense that she's going to be getting from the leadership now and her unique, I think that might be kind of insane, actually. We'll have to see. Yeah, that's just kind of a far-fetched one for Zam Wessel. But it could be pretty good, especially when that she can get more detonators and more turn meter gain. On top of that, with the Mandalorian creating people and getting more turn meter gain to his teammates that are the bounty hunters. So I think Zam Wessel might be a very, very good hidden gem in this bounty hunter faction. So that's her. And the wrap it up here is a very, very safe bet, I would say. One that I think can be really hot, which I think might already be really hot as of right now, which is a scoundrel. Kira. Kira leadership is already really good, which doesn't even have Zeta actually, but her unique it's pretty solid actually. You get more critical damage and potency. Not probably going to be used inside of the bounty hunter faction, but outside of that, I think it's going to be really good. So yeah, you're going to get some more critical damage and potency. Great actually, I think, in my opinion, it's really good. But it has its little niche spot. So that's going to probably wrap it up, guys. We have a lot of cool Zetas, I think, in here. My favorite, I think, is probably going to be the Mandos. Mandos and also Vandor Chewies I like a lot, and I really want to get them once I can kind of farm them up and get their shards. But that's this list. Just ones I think are going to be really fun and that are going to be really hot coming down the line in the next little bit here. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around, and if you guys are new here to the channel, feel free to sub. I try to do as many videos as I can on this game and try to have a fun time. Even though this game's kind of hard to do videos on at the moment, try to have some fun with it still. So if you guys could, please, please sub if you are new here. It'd be awesome. And also, we have a couple ways to support me down below. We have a Patreon and channel memberships. And also, we have a Discord down below if you guys want to go and chat with me. All down below in the description, guys. Thank you for watching yet again. And until next time, I will see you guys all later. Peace out.